This is a walkthrough of my Hobie Pro Angler 14 that everybody's been asking about. I'm out at the Huntsville State Park today, gonna go do a little fishing at Lake Raven. So I just wanted to take you guys through my boat real quickly. This is my Lowrance pinpoint unit. It allows me to take accurate GPS coordinates. Everything is decked in this marine mat, which is this really thick kind of spongy stuff that really keeps your boat quiet. Additional Hobie H rail right here. This is where I run my graph. So I run a Lowrance HDS9 unit with active target. So I do have forward-facing sonar on my kayak. Don't come at me. So this is the 360 Mirage drive. As you can see, it's got the pedals at the top, which are not like a bicycle. They go forward and backward only. So they don't go, they're not circular. And then that operates the fins down here. And then with the 360 handle, you can actually turn this underneath your boat, and that makes you go any direction you want to go with that 360 drive. So the other great thing about the Hobie Pro Angler is that it's got this horizontal rod storage. There's 3 on each side. These allow you to lay your rods down instead of having them stick up behind you. Other things that are amazing about this boat is the storage in the center. So you've got this bucket. I've got all kinds of stuff in here. The external speaker, the switch for my transducer for my active target, just other random things. Underseat storage is amazing on this boat. This is a Plano 2XL size box that's probably got, I don't know, 10 pounds of plastics in it, all the extra things that you might want. The other thing that is wonderful about this kayak is the seat. So this is the Hobie Vantage Seat, and it's fully adjustable. So these arms on each side actually twist, and one lowers this front seat, and then the other one adjusts the back, and you can bring it forward, you can send it backward, whichever way. I've also got a kayak cushion on the bottom and the back of my seat just for a little extra comfort. Blue Storm PFD is a must. Gotta have a good PFD. We also have my Newport Vessels kayak outboard motor throttle right here. This is the 360 handle. So this is the handle that actually turns the drive underneath your boat up here. So you turn it to the right, you're gonna track to the right. You turn it to the left, you're gonna track to the left. Turn it backwards, you're gonna move backwards. So that's how these boats get the maneuverability that they have, is through this 360 drive technology. It's amazing. Hands down, best maneuverability of any kayak on the market. This is gonna be your rudder control. So your rudder in the back of the boat, underneath the boat down here, is gonna be controlled by this handle right here. So that's your left and right only tracking. And there's a handle like this on each side of the boat, the left and the right. So you can actually steer your boat if you're right-handed or left-handed, which is great because I'm left-handed. Active target transducer, which actually usually goes on a mount up here that I don't have installed today. Catchboard, 24 volt, 50 amp hour Newport battery to run my kayak outboard on the back. And then this is my crate. This is how I store all of my tackle. So this is just a plain old Yak Gear milk crate that I bought from Academy. Some rod holders. I've got one on each side just zip tied to the crate. So I can have some vertical rods if I want. And then the insert is what's really cool. So this is a Plano kayak crate insert, and it's this kind of plasticky feel covered in fabric crate that sits inside a rigid kayak crate, and it will hold 6 3600 size Plano boxes. I've got 3 on this side with some stuff in it. I've got my 12 volt 50 amp hour FPV battery that runs my graph and my USB ports and things up front. But yeah, these bags on each side will hold a 3600 size box. I'm storing some cords in here right now, and all of these things are detachable. You can take them on, take them off, whatever you want to do. This right here is the cord that runs my graphs up front and my USBs, lights, things like that. PowerPole mount. I don't know that I've ever used the PowerPole on this boat before since I've had it a little over a year. They're just so maneuverable that I have found I don't really need to use the PowerPole that much. But I've got it, Newport. This is the motor mount for my kayak outboard, which I don't have on here right now, and I'll be able to share with y'all what new motor I have. I've also got my paddle in one of the rod holders on the boat. And this is the right-hand side rudder control. So it's actually linked to the rudder control on the left, so you can steer with either hand. And last but not least, let's look at the front hatch of this boat. So the great thing about the PA-14 is it's got tons of storage up front in the hatch. This is some extra GoPro stuff in case I have issues on the water with my GoPro, rain suit, active target transducer right here, FPV distribution hub for all of my power and everything. So this kayak was actually rigged by the Dugout Bait and Tackle. I purchased it used from a friend of mine who was looking to rehome his tournament boat. So here is the other thing I get asked about a lot. This is my camera setup. This is a GoPro Max up here. How I run it and get all these cool videos is I've got a ball in this track mount right here. This is a ram mount arm, and I just chose a length that worked for my boat. Your boat may be different. And on top, I've got this 3 BR Power Sports external battery, like a waterproof cage. The camera actually goes inside this. This is a special connector, so there's no battery inside my camera. It's external power only. And you can run it to a USB, or you can run it to an external like battery pack if you want to. So that's how I do it. But yeah, this cage is essential if you're gonna run your boat up front because it makes everything waterproof. So that's really important when you're doing that. But this 360 camera is just amazing. So it's a GoPro Max, and it's got a camera on this. So this is the back of the camera. It's got a camera on the back. And then it also has a camera on the front. And so that's how I get those really cool angles. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. That's my Hobie PA-14, my tournament boat. Let me know if you have any other questions. There we go. Stay down. Okay, now it's time to go home.